Hey, so I just came back from my vacation to Mexico recently. It was a well-deserved vacation because I didn't go on a big vacation like that since like 2018, and because of like the whole pandemic shutting down everything basically. Throughout this video, you're just gonna see a bunch of videos of the vacation spots I visited, but I don't want this to be like a vacation vlog or anything because I want to talk about something serious. So anyway, I went to Mexico, which isn't as developed a country as the United States. We did our research to look at the tourist places to visit, what to eat, what to expect from different cities, the weather conditions, the street food, the people there, the overall basic vacation research. But aside from the big things, one of the areas that people don't really think about is, what is the water like over there? I mean, you're planning a big trip and spending hundreds of dollars on a flight ticket or hotel. Just how small and inconspicuous is it to think about drinking water? Just buy some bottled water at the convenience store, right? Yeah, it is true you can do that, but what about the locals there? How do they live? Where do they get their drinking water from? I mean, they've been living their whole life there, so it must be fine, right? I remember on my first day there, we ate breakfast at a restaurant inside our Airbnb. You would assume that since it was a pretty fancy restaurant, that the service and the quality of our food should be good, right? But then I overheard one of the tables next to me, I think they were a French couple. When the servers gave them their water, the couples asked the waiter, "Did this come from the tap water? Is this safe to drink? We're not from here, so we don't want to get sick if we drink this water." And that really got me thinking. Now, I understand their concerns. Food poisoning is definitely the last thing you'd want when you're on vacation. So I understand why they'd ask and, why they should be worried. Not every country's water is safe to drink directly from the tap. And the waiter responded with, no, it was from bottled water. Although, honestly, I don't know if that's completely true. He might have just said that just to answer the question quickly and, to keep the customers quiet and not worry them. But overall, we're both drinking water from Mexico. I know that bottled water is just filtered tap water that is eventually bottled up into a single plastic bottle. So, what's the difference, really? You filtered out the tap water just to bottle it back up into a plastic bottle that will eventually leach out some plastic substances as it sits there over time. I don't know how the water quality standards are like in Mexico, but I brushed my teeth with the tap water and I probably already drank some while I was brushing my teeth. So in the end, I've already drank the tap water, and you know what? I'm still alive. And once I got to my Airbnb when I first landed, it was already late at that point and I was super thirsty. I didn't have any bottled water to drink, so I just drank the tap water from the Airbnb sink, and you know what? Again, I was still okay. Yes, it did taste different from the water I drank from back at home in the United States, but it was still drinkable. And the question the couples asked, is it safe to drink, could go both ways. Some of the locals there may have already been drinking directly from the tap and they're still alive. But then I know some of you will bring up the argument that their stomach has built up an immunity to the water since they were born there. And that is a valid argument. But let me give you a more extreme example. So we visited what's called a cenote in Mexico. A cenote is basically a large natural swimming pool, or like a hole in the ground basically, that fills up with rainwater when it rains. And tourists pay to swim in these cenotes because it's really nice and beautiful and Instagram worthy. But think about it. These natural swimming pools that get filled up with the rainwater never get washed. People come in there, they wear sunscreen, they sweat, they have nasty diseases. They all swim in this natural pool with all the other local tourists there to visit. And I guarantee you, I and some other tourists at one point accidentally drank this water. Maybe it's too soon to say that, I'm disease-free, but right now, 2 weeks from the last visit, I'm feeling okay. So overall, what's the point I'm trying to make? I'm here to say that the water in Mexico, or at least the parts that I visited, is safe to drink. You don't have to fear going to a different country because your stomach isn't immune to the drinking water over there. You and the locals there are just as equally prone to any disease in the water if it is, infected. It's probably as safe and as good as any other progressing country's water. Now, do be cautious though. Obviously, don't just go out and start drinking the water that you see in the street, saying that it's okay to do so because I said the water is safe there. Don't be stupid. But you don't have to think that the tap water is poison in a different country, that you must rely on bottled water all the time. I guarantee you, one of the restaurants you go out to eat at, or if you're eating street food out in a different country, they will serve the customers the tap water, and they won't even know it or be bothered by it because they're too busy enjoying the food rather than drinking the water. And once I got back home in the United States, I am more grateful knowing that the water that I have coming out of tap water is reliable. It has very high standards. So I'm appreciative and glad that I'm in a country that can actually serve potable water straight from the tap. I'm fortunate enough to live in a country where water is free, water is available, and water is safe to drink for anyone living here. So that's it for the video. If anything, maybe just enjoy watching the rest of the video of the vacation spots that I visited, if you're interested. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.